The heat from the engine coolant is used to provide heat to the cab through the heater core. There are two types of systems used to regulate cab temperature. The first is by blend air modulation, where outside air is mixed with air passing over the heater core to achieve the desired temperature. The second type uses a coolant control valve to limit the amount of coolant allowed to flow through the heater core. Heater control valves use cables to adjust the flow through the valve. Window fogging may be caused by either a leaking heater core or a clogged evaporator drain tube. If there is a sweet smell along with the fogging, the heater core or hose connections are at fault. If there is a strong musty odor along with the fogging, the evaporator drain tube is clogged and must be cleaned. Cooling system and heater hoses must be replaced if dry, cracked, or brittle, or if they show signs of abrasion. The radiator is the heat exchanger for the engine coolant. The condenser is the heat exchanger for the AC refrigerant system. The radiator should be checked with the engine at normal operating temperature to see if the temperature is uniform across all tubes and fins. Cool spots indicate restricted tubes, and the radiator will have to be removed and cleaned. Along with the radiator, check the radiator fan and drive belt or motor. Drive belts should be adjusted using a belt tension gauge. Then check the radiator shutter if the vehicle is equipped with one. At normal operating temperature, the shutter should be fully open. The radiator shutters should open automatically when the air conditioner is turned on. The radiator cap supplies pressure that raises the boiling point of the coolant and water mixture. A failed radiator cap will cause engine overheating and coolant loss. Water pumps are used to circulate the coolant through the cooling system. Worn vanes in the water pump will diminish the coolant flow and cause overheating, poor heating, or both. The water pump impeller shaft should be checked for lateral play. Excessive play or a growling noise indicates a failed water pump bearing. Air trapped in the cooling system will cause a gurgling noise and cause poor heating. Some systems require specific procedures to be followed to bleed air from the coolant system. The thermostat regulates the temperature at which coolant is sent to the radiator. The thermostat is closed when the engine is cold and opens to regulate engine temperature when the engine is at operating temperature. The thermostat must be removed to be tested. Most shops elect to replace suspect thermostats instead of testing them because it is more cost-efficient. The coolant filter and/or conditioner cartridge should be replaced at regular intervals to prevent system contamination and provide lubrication for the components. Rusty or contaminated coolant requires the system to be drained and flushed and replaced with new coolant and water mix.